You are your best thing. Toni Morrison. As you enter positions of trust and power, dream a little before you think. Toni Morrison. If there's a book that you want to read, but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. Toni Morrison. You can't own a human being. You can't lose what you don't own. Toni Morrison. Freeing yourself was one thing, claiming ownership of that freed self was another. Toni Morrison. You want to fly, you got to give up the shit that weighs you down. Toni Morrison. What difference does it make if the thing you are scared of is real or not? Toni Morrison. If you surrendered to the air, you could ride it. Toni Morrison. Make up a story for our sake and yours, forget your name in the street. Tell us what the world has been to you in the dark places and in the light. Toni Morrison. The function of freedom is to free someone else. Toni Morrison. Could you really love somebody who is absolutely nobody without you? Do you really want somebody like that? Somebody who falls apart when you walk out the door. You don't, do you? Toni Morrison. When I woke up, I reminded myself that freedom is never free. You have to fight for it. Work for it and make sure you are able to handle it. Now. Toni Morrison. The race is the least reliable information you can have about someone. It's real information, but it tells you next to nothing. Toni Morrison. I always know the ending, that's where I start. Toni Morrison. Wait. Don't try to write through it, to force it. Many do, but that won't work. Just wait, it will come. Toni Morrison. We will be judged by how well we love. Toni Morrison. Art invites us to know beauty and to solicit it, summon it, from even the most tragic of circumstances. Toni Morrison. Love is never any better than the lover. Wicked people love wickedly, stupid people love stupidly, weak people love weakly. Toni Morrison. I don't want to make somebody else. I want to make myself. Toni Morrison. What a man leaves behind is what a man is. Toni Morrison. It's good, you know, when you got a woman who is a friend of your mind. Toni Morrison. Don't let anybody convince you this is the way the world is and therefore must be. It must be the way it ought to be. Toni Morrison. Somewhere inside you is that free person I'm talking about. Locate her and let her do some good in the world. Toni Morrison. When good people take you in and treat you good, you ought to try to be good back. Toni Morrison. For a long time now he knew that anything could appear to be something else, and probably was. Toni Morrison. If you can only be tall because someone else is on their knees, then you have a serious problem. Toni Morrison. You couldn't learn age, but adulthood was there for all. Toni Morrison. You just can't mishandle creatures and expect success. Toni Morrison. Beauty was not simply something to behold, it was something one could do. Toni Morrison. Language alone protects us from the scariness of things with no names. Language alone is meditation. Toni Morrison. All water has a perfect memory and is forever trying to get back to where it was. Toni Morrison. Some things you forget. Other things you never do. Toni Morrison. It is sheer good fortune to miss somebody long before they leave you. Toni Morrison. The presence of evil was something to be first recognized, then dealt with, survived, outwitted, triumphed over. Toni Morrison. What's the world for you if you can't make it up the way you want it? Toni Morrison. Correct what you can, learn from what you can. Toni Morrison. We never shape the world shapes us. Toni Morrison. The human body is robust. It can gather strength when it's in mortal danger. Toni Morrison. I get angry about things, then go on and work. Toni Morrison. Hate does that. Burns off everything but itself, so whatever your grievance is, your face looks just like your enemy. Toni Morrison. When fear rules, obedience is the only survival choice. Toni Morrison. The ability of writers to imagine what is not the self, to familiarize the strange and mystify the familiar, is the test of their power. Toni Morrison. A good man is a good thing, but there is nothing in the world better than a good woman. She can be your mother, your wife, your girlfriend, your sister, or somebody you work next to. Don't matter. You find one, stay there. You see a scary one, make tracks. Toni Morrison. If there's a book you really want to read but it hasn't been written yet, then you must write it. Toni Morrison. You want to fly, you got to give up the shit that weighs you down. Toni Morrison, Song of Solomon. Love is or it ain't. Thin love ain't love at all. Toni Morrison, Beloved. At some point in life, the world's beauty becomes enough. You don't need to photograph, paint, or even remember it. It is enough. Toni Morrison. Sweet, crazy conversations full of half sentences, daydreams, and misunderstandings are more thrilling than understanding could ever be. Toni Morrison, Beloved. Don't ever think I fell for you or fell over you. I didn't fall in love, I rose in it. Toni Morrison. And I am all the things I have ever loved, Scuppernong wine, cool baptisms in silent water, dream books, and number playing. Toni Morrison.